In this video, we're going to focus on Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune. If you didn't know already, Jeet Kune was one of the first martial arts I began learning at the age of 15. And Jeet Kune, mainly Bruce Lee, has been my all-time favorite icon throughout my life. Number 2 would be Mike Tyson. Okay, Bruce Lee was number 1. Number 2 was Mike Tyson. That's why a lot of my videos on my channel focus on peekaboo boxing and Jeet Kune, 2 of my favorite ways of fighting. Okay, so in this video, we're going to dive a little deeper into theory of Jeet Kune, because a lot of Bruce's stuff is in theory, like in the Tao of Jeet Kune or different books that all his writings that they put together in books. Okay, so the thing I'm going to talk about today, this is a very important lesson. All right, it's primary and secondary attacks. What is a primary attack and what is a secondary attack? Okay, so starting with primary attacks, there's 2 primary attacks, and this is just a general theory. The first one's gonna be, is my buddy comes in here, all right, a primary attack, and I'm gonna use the straight lead, use some Jeet Kune, but ultimately, these theories can be applied to any martial art that you train. You could be Western boxing. You could be Muay Thai. Okay? You could be any style of boxing, anything, any style, Taekwondo, any kind of martial art. Okay? Because these are theories. But just for the sake of the video, I'm going to stick to the Jeet Kune nucleus when I'm explaining these. Okay? So, the primary attack, the first primary attack is called, it's simple, it's called direct attack. And it's just what the name says it is. It's a direct attack. So if I step into my buddy here and I throw a straight lead and there's no preliminary movement where I just step and punch, that's a direct attack. All right? Maybe I'm a little farther out and I'm in the kicking range. Okay? And I just step in, throw that side kick to the leg, that's a direct attack. If I'm here, I step in, throw that hook kick to the leg, that's a direct attack. If I'm close to him and I step in and headbutt him, same thing. It's a direct attack. Okay? So anytime I hit my opponent, it's a direct attack. Okay, so the second one is indirect attack. So what does that mean? So an indirect attack is, I usually, you add in your feints or your fakes. Okay? For instance, you start one line, like I'm going to attack him the straight lead to his head, this line here. But let's say I go halfway out and then I change the direction of the attack and go low, that's an indirect attack. Okay, so let's say I fake to the head, go to the body, that's an indirect attack. Maybe I step in and fake with my shoulder and then fire the straight lead, indirect attack. Maybe I'm out in the kicking range, I throw that back fist at his eyes. Throw that back fist, step in, throw the side kick to the knee. That's an indirect attack. So you see the difference. Direct attack, boom. Okay? Indirect attack, boom. Okay? So that is primary attacks. It's real simple. It's either a direct attack or an indirect attack. I can also use the opposite side of the body. So I can fake the right hand or left hand to the head, throw the straight lead. Indirect attack. Now, if I just step in and throw that left cross, that's a direct attack. So hopefully, I made it as simple as possible what the primary attacks are. Direct and indirect attack. Okay? So now, it's going to get a little more, not confusing, but just complicated. Okay? Because now we're going on to secondary attacks. Okay, what is a secondary attack? And just to remind you, all this information is in the Tao of Jeet Kune. Okay, if you have a copy of the Tao of Jeet Kune, it's in there. All right, I should probably list the page and everything on this video. But, so, secondary attacks is usually I'm counterattacking my opponent's direct attack or his attack. So, for instance, the first one of the secondary attacks is going to be attack on preparation. So when he prepares to attack, let's say he just starts to punch, starts to step, starts to move towards me to throw whatever he's going to throw, and I step in and intercept him with that straight lead or any technique. It can be the side kick, whatever. That is attack on preparation. So when he's beginning to attack, I like to call it like the first millisecond of his attack, where he begins to step in and I attack him. Okay, so I'm not just going to attack when I'm ready. I'm going to wait for him. He's going to go to start to step in and I hit. Okay, or he begins to move forward and I intercept him with the side kick. Okay, that is attack on preparation. Maybe he pulls the left hand back like that. And he pulls that shoulder back, do it again, pull the shoulder back, and I hit him. When he pulls the shoulder back to try to hit me, I attack him. All right? Usually I use a direct attack when I intercept. When you stop hit and intercept it, I'm not going to fake it and then hit him. You can, okay, but most likely I'm going to use a direct attack and I'm just going to intercept his intentions. Right when he moves, boom, I'm going to attack him. That is attack on preparation. Right? The second one is attack on development. Okay? Attack on development. Okay? So what that means is the punch or the kick is going to be on its way to your target, and you use some kind of defensive maneuver to either stop hit him, okay, or counter punch him. Okay? So when he goes to start to throw that punch and I intercept him with my parry here and I intercept him with a straight lead, that's attack on development. So during his attack, I attack him. Like he goes in and steps in and punches me and I side kick him. I use a stop kick. Or he does it again and I parry and hook kick him in the groin. Whatever. All right? Or he throws that jab and I go over the top with the left cross. That is attack on development. Okay? That is attack on development. So the third one is attack on completion. So a good example is this: you make a miss, and as they're starting to recover from them missing or you blocking it, then you attack them. Right? It's not a renewed attack. A renewed attack is, let's say he's up, I attack him, I step back, and then I attack him again. That's a renewed attack. I'm renewing my attack. All right? Attack on completion is, let's say he throws that jab, and I do a snapback, and as his hands pull him back to his face, I step in and throw that cross. Okay? Or he throws that jab, and I slip, and he brings his hand back, and then I hit. So I'm letting the punch or the attack kind of completely miss me. Okay? Or I let it completely, let's say he comes in with a hard right hook to the body, and I block it, and then I hit. That's attack on completion. Okay? He hit and I had to block it and then I fired. So it's real simple. Before, during, or after your opponent attacks. That is the secondary attacks in Jeet Kune. So just a quick review. You got two methods of attack, primary and secondary. The first one is going to be a direct attack or an indirect attack. All right? Your secondary attack is going to be, you're going to kind of they're timed attacks. You're going to time your opponent. So it's basically counter-attacking. Okay, I'm going to get them on preparation, before, development, during, or completion after my opponent attacks. So that is it for primary and secondary attacks in Jeet Kune. It was more theory. As you can see, you can add this to any style of martial art, okay, that you're training. That's a good thing about Bruce's theories, is you can add them to different martial arts to make them more effective. That is it. Thank you very much. Have a good day.